Buenos dias, familia. What's good? What's good, fam? How's everybody doing this morning? 6 a.m. live, baby. What's good? I just wanted to hop on real quick, tell everybody we'll see what's going on. Hopefully, everybody's starting out their day good. Hopefully, everybody's familia is doing good. I send mines in full. Nothing but positive energy and positive vibes today. Let's get it. Let's do it. Um, Yeah, man. We're up early in the morning right now. I had to come get some gas real quick, and I got had a few minutes to kill, so I thought I'd just hop on real quick and chop it up. Um, man, cheap gas prices are going up again, real bad. But I'm gonna set this right here real quick. See, I always have a hard time with that shit, man. But anyways, I don't know if you guys have checked out Bozo's new music. I was checking it out uh yesterday. He has a new roller called Hail Mary. I mean, and I'm glad to see Bozo start, doing some stuff again, man. Because there for a minute he did. I mean, he didn't fall off. I'm not gonna say that, but um, probably just doing the family thing, probably just doing whatever. I mean, and I noticed he signed to OTR too. That's pretty dope, you know. Um, and I don't know why everybody was expecting Lefty Gunplay at the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't know what made people think that he was gonna be there. I really don't know why or what. This guy is on off the mid grade hand base CBD. Hope he's being safe. Who's that, bro? Dakota Kid. Who's off that mid grade hemp? Hey, and but anyways, yeah, I don't know what people were expecting. Why they were expecting Lefty Gunplay to play at the Super Bowl? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I am, bro. On the hemp, that's right, 6%. But I appreciate that, Dakota the Kid. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy. I don't know what made people really think that they were gonna be doing that. That Lefty was gonna be at the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't even think people expected Kendrick Lamar. And I don't know that it was all right that Super Bowl. It was better than the last year's. I can say that. But I mean, everybody at least on our channels that I watch, everybody was talking about Lefty Gunplay, Lefty Gunplay. They were surprised that he wasn't there. I'm like, what the? Why would Lefty have been there? I mean, I know a homie's big, but he ain't that big yet. Shit. I mean, he's making noise. He's doing a lot. I give him his props. Although, honestly, at the beginning when he first came up in the scene, I thought his rap was better. Now I think his rap's kind of going downhill, and that's just my honest opinion. You know, um, I think there's a lot of young other artists that have better bars, have more talent than him. Like for instance, that one dude, Demon from 16 Letter Boys, that dude he goes hard too. Who else? Young Jeezy. There's a few cats that actually go really hard in the paint, dog. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, Lefty, he's good. He started out good, but you know, I don't, I don't know why everybody thought that he was gonna be, you know, be at the Super Bowl, but yeah, he's trolling, bro. It's all good though. All trolls are welcome too. It don't matter. It's all good. Hey, everybody's welcome on this channel. We just chop it up, you know. But yeah, like I said, man, I don't know what the hell why people were thinking that Lefty Gunplay. If somebody knows has a reason why did they hear that, let me know. Drop it in the comments. I'm just curious because I mean, and I stay tapped into this genre. So I mean, I didn't hear anything, but that doesn't mean that I could have missed it. And a lot of people were expecting. I mean, from what I understand, on YouTube, a lot of people were expecting Lefty Gunplay to be there, but I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, like I said, homie, he's doing good. He's getting his numbers up. Um, but like I said, there's so many other more talented artists, than Lefty, bro. I mean, when he first got out and he started, I remember when Swifty Blue actually picked his ass up. Or no, that was Chito, huh? Yeah, he picked up Chito, not him. He picked up Chito Ranas. And so yeah, but I know he was there when Lefty at first got out. They hooked up and collabed and all that shit. And Lefty was spitting them bars, but now I don't know, bro. He's just crazy, spooky, hilarious. I mean, not spooky, but crazy and hilarious. I guess you know what I'm saying. Shit, look at that Vato Young Jeezy, man. Young Jeezy, he gets shit. He gets down. There's a lot of good artists out right now, man. Especially that Vato Demon from the 16 Letter Boys and the people out here in Phoenix, AZ, man. You can't forget about the homie West Side Rondo, Phoenix the Charisma Kid. Who else, man? There's Chris Weddle. Damn, Malo Mente. There's they got a. If you haven't checked them out, go check them out. The Brown Boys too. They came out with the remix La Raza. They get down. But it's spelled Boyz, Brown Boys, and it's called Whole Block. Check out that rola. There's another one called Whole Block, and they spell it uh, WHOLE and then BLOCC. So go check that roll out too. That's a badass jam right there. They put it down for the town. And there's a lot of good artists, bro. There's so many art. The Raza's coming up, man. We're starting to come up and make some noise and shit. Our music is starting to come up. A lot of people, a lot even outside of our race, which is a good thing. It's kind of like us, how we've always inherited, we've always liked black music. Let's just keep it 100. Even since oldies, Etta James, Brent Wood, you can go on, Rick James, Zapp and Roger. I mean, a lot of the greats were black. You know what I'm saying? So shit, I yeah, I definitely like them old school, the ones that paved the way. Yesterday, I was actually listening to Eric B and Rakim. What you guys know about Eric B and Rakim? That shit is dope right there. If you guys don't know nothing about Eric B and Rakim, check them out, homies. I was bumping that shit yesterday. That shit had me back in the days, boy. And who else? Um, Cool Mo D was another one. I don't know if you guys know about Cool Mo D, Wild Wild West. I'm just putting, if you guys are, I'd say 35 years and younger, and you guys ain't heard about these ones, go check them out, man. Kumo D, Wild Wild West. Telling you guys, you'll like that shit. There's something about that older rap. It just has it had more meaning, man. It just, I don't know. To me, it did. It does. It still does. I mean, um, even my kids today tell me like that. I noticed the difference in the rap from when you were growing up compared to now. And I asked them, I'm like, what do you guys think about it? And they told me, I was surprised too, because usually, you know, of course, all kids are gonna stick up for their generation. Because I remember when I was a kid, I'd be like, man, dad, this fucking shit's whack. Check this shit out. You know what I'm saying? And and but my dad would be like, hell no, that shit's whack. You know what I'm saying? So, but I asked my son, and anyways, he was like, yeah. He goes, nowadays they just seem to talk about like popping pills and shit like that. And he noticed, and mostly like sad shit, popping pills, committing suicide, stuff like that. And when I was growing up, it was mainly about the reality of the streets and just how life was if you grew up in a certain environment, and if you could relate to that, that's why in we embrace that music, because we could relate to it, um at one time, my pops, he was real sick, you know what I'm saying, and he was in the hospital and shit, and it was just me, you know what I'm saying, literally just me, and I'm gonna tell you guys a story real quick. um and this is it's kind of a life lesson, man, and it's a story that I don't know if you guys, and if you can relate, let me know. But um when I was growing up, my dad, he was a single parent, he was a single father, and he actually raised me and my sister. Well, according to me and me and my dad, and we know, but according not to her, it was both of my parents or whatever. But anyways, we all know the truth, and whatever, it is what it is. People have their own feelings, and hey, it is what it is. But yeah, my pops, he raised me and my sister. I was 5 years old, or four, gonna be five when, and my sister was gonna she was turning 7 when she came to live with us. So my dad raised both of us, all by himself. Um, he, unfortunately, he was disabled. He was on Social Security. He got his small little check, and then he got industrial from work, getting hurt at work. So life was pretty tough, man. At one time, I remember when my sister first came to live with us. Excuse me, man. I'm getting that dry mouth real bad, smoking that hemp. But I'll never forget seeing my sister pull up in my dad's truck. And that morning, I still remember this like yesterday, man. It was a trip. Uh, I'll never forget. It was right before school. I had just started fucking kindergarten, and my first day of school. And I'll never. My Fito tells me, he goes, "Hey, I got a surprise for you." Because I used to always ask him, "Hey, when am I gonna see my sister? Or when is she gonna come stay with us?" And my dad would always tell me, one day, one day or whatever. So I guess, what happened is, my grandparents was raising my sister at the time. And so my grandmother called my father and told him, "Hey, I can't do this anymore. You're gonna have to, either she's gonna have to go to a foster home, or you're gonna, um, come get her." And my father, of course, him being a dad, he's like, "Nah, that's my daughter. I'll go get her." So he picked her up the next day, and he told me, he didn't tell me what he was gonna do. And I'll never forget, I was sitting there waiting from school, and I see the truck pull up, man, and it was my sister, man. And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was so happy. I was so fucking happy, dog. And it like it was the best thing, and I'm sure for her it wasn't. It was hard, it was something that, you're not used to. You're scared. I'm sure I can just imagine what was going through her mind, and she wasn't, not that she was scared or scared of my dad or me or anything. She just, it's a new place, new beginning, shit like that. So um so she pulls up, and I'll never forget, I was happy. And then at the time, we only had one spoon in the house, man. One spoon. And I'll never forget, I was used to eating, because it was just me and my dad, and we stayed right, if you guys know Phoenix, Van Buren. Van Buren was the spot. It was all kitchenettes and little hotels. It was, it's always been the fucking the it was bad. Anyways, but and me and my dad, we used to more or less hop from different kitchenette to kitchenette, and all the way up to Jimmy Jack's on 27th Avenue, even a little down farther. And so, I remember eating with one spoon, and when my sister came in the house, it was different. It was like, hey, you gotta let your sister eat first. And I started learning the reality of respecting women. Um, because I never seen my dad hit any women, and he always stressed to me, you don't hit girls and shit like that. And if you want to fight, go fight a man. That's not. And I've always I'm glad, man. I think my higher power that what, I've never been a fucking woman beater. It's never been in my. But anyways, I'm kind of derailing off of the story. But so my sister comes and life changes drastically. It does. Now there's a female in the home. No more walking around in your boxers. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Not even with my dad. My dad never went through her drawers as a young lady. He would always, never spank her. Yeah, he gave her a good couple backhands a couple times. Like any parent would. But excuse me. And just the utmost respect. You know what I'm saying? And I'll never forget one time I had told my sister, I go, "Yeah, you're adopted." I was just being mean. And boy, I got my ass whooped dog, for telling my sister. My jefito told me, "You ever tell your sister that again, I'm gonna tear your ass up again, boy." And you can't blame them. You can't blame nobody. You know what I'm saying? That was my fault, my doings. And but I don't think my sister really realized the love and the changes and everything that my father made for my sister and for me though. And and I realized too in me as a father too now, when I did speak to my girls and all that shit, it is a different type of loving. It is a different type of, stuff like your daughters are different than a young man. You know what I'm saying? Than a young boy. Obviously, you're gonna treat your daughters so much different. They're your daughters. They're like I'll never forget a quick example. When I seen my little girl, Alicia, one time she was wearing some pants or shorts that I didn't approve of, and I hadn't seen her in a couple years. And I still was dad. I'm like, hey, no, you're gonna go change that, you know. But I mean, and that's where I know it's hard for these young girls to grasp and stuff when it comes to dads. But I wish they would just, when they get older, some realize it and then some don't, you know. Um, and I never said I was like not even close to being a good father, a great father, whatever. Man, I had so many wrongs, so many shit that I did. I fucked up. I admit it. You know, but also I try to do my life, and I did go back for my kids, and I won them in court and all that shit. And things just didn't turn out the way they did, and then I got custody of them, but they told me they didn't want to come. And look, I lost my son going on 3 years now. He was shot and killed. So, and believe me, I have a lot of regrets. I think about, like, if I would have just, maybe I should have had taken them whether they didn't want to come or not. Maybe I should have had just fucking taken them. But at the time, I was thinking, well, they're just gonna give me a hard time. They're gonna start running away. And then I had two girls, one boy. It was just, and I didn't want that. I wanted my kids to love me, not hate You know what I'm saying? So I ended up, fucking just, I was like, okay, you know what? You want to stay with your grandfather? That's fine. But then look at what happens. My son got killed, and I'm not saying that it's anybody's fault. It's not, um, it's not nobody's fault at all. You know, it's, I mean, I believe me, I hold a lot of guilt and a lot of resentment and stuff too. Um, and believe me, and I say it, and I don't care, whatever. If I find the person who killed my son, yeah, you better believe it's gonna be a bad. It's gonna be bad for both of us. I'll tell you that. You know, and I don't give a fuck. I'll tell the judge, yes, I did it and why I did it. That's just something I don't care. People say, why do you incriminate yourself on? You know what? Hey, when it comes to your kids, it is what it is. You know, and every day I live with that guilt, of my son. Every day. Um, I started drinking so bad. I mean, fuck, my life just became, you know, it was, you know, I don't know, and it's still not the same. And people think just because you weren't there their whole time in their life or whatever. I'm being honest with you, man. That don't mean shit. If anything, I think it hurts more, and because you live with so much regret, and so much resentment in your heart, man. It kills you on a fucking daily, you know. Um, and it's something, as soon as you wake up, it's there. It's fucking reality. And he's the first one that pops in my head. Robert. Robert, that was my son's name. And so oh man. But I don't know. I wish a lot of these people would open their eyes and realize, and like I've always said, mm, if you watch my videos, man, unfortunately, it is what it is. My bad. Unfortunately, it is what it is. And you know, I mean, what are you supposed to do? You can't. You can't do anything. All My whole moral of this story, I guess, is if I can get somebody out there who's my age and they're kind of are feeling some type of way about their parents or whatever, um, talk to them, man. And you know what? I've even tried reaching, out to my oldest daughter, Nadina, which, I understand, I get it. If she don't want to talk, it's cool. My other daughter is just it's so strained, it's so bad that I don't think it'll ever be repaired. Just for the simple fact that the stuff that they did to me, as far as when my son passed away, um, the way they tried, lied, went about it, you know, it's just and then to it's and then to go and put my name on my son's gravestone. That was the fucking kicker right there. When you go put somebody else's name on a headstone, yeah, it's gonna be a lot different. Believe that. It's gonna be a lot different. I'm gonna hop on and hop right back on, continue my story.